Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so it is time for the weekly weigh-in and the WW meeting topic, so stay tuned. Okay, as always, we are going to start with the weigh-in. I was a little surprised. I was really hoping to stay the same because I had a pretty eating heavy weekend. I did great portion control wise and being in control wise. We just ate out a lot. Friday night we had Chinese food. I got my standard, ate what I normally eat, did great. Saturday night we had people over after the performance in the park. We had people over for pizza and I had 2 slices. I was only gonna have 1. I had a cookie and I did have a little handful of chips. So I ate a little more than I intended. And then Sunday was Adam's birthday and I had cake and ice cream, totally planned. And after that is where I was really proud of myself. Adam's birthday cake, he wanted a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake, which is a homemade yellow cake with homemade chocolate buttercream icing. It is the best cake to eat for breakfast the next day. I know. We've all done it. Come on, we've all done it. And the old Joni, 100% would have had it for breakfast all week. I never touched it. I was so proud of myself. So proud of myself. That was huge for me. That really was. So I'm very happy about that. I was hoping to stay the same. That would have been a huge win for me after the indulgent weekend, but I am happy to say that I was down a pound. So I am thrilled about that. So I'm hoping that surprise loss kind of keeps me going because I really want to get this other like 5 pounds off if I can. If I can't, then I am resigned to the fact that this is where my body wants to be and that's okay. But I am going to try. I'm definitely going to try. But we'll see what happens. So that was my weigh-in, 1 pound down. Now the topic this week, they're continuing with the Embrace Change theme they have going for 5 weeks. And this is week 3. And what they're talking about this week is stuck in a food rut. This will help. Eating the same thing day in and day out, mix things up and go beyond your same old with one of these ideas. Now, you know I'm all about, lately we've been eating a lot of the same things just because it's easy, and with Doug in school and the boys working and everybody having crazy schedules, I've been sticking to some old favorites. Not really trying too many new things, but I have such a huge repertoire of old favorites that's okay. So they want you to mix it up, and 100% you should mix it up. If you just get stuck in a rut and eat the same thing over and over and over, 2 things are gonna happen. Number 1, your body's gonna get used to that food and it's gonna kind of level out. Like it knows what's coming. There's nothing different. It's the same old, so your body gets comfortable and just stays where it's at. That's the first thing that'll happen. The second thing that's gonna happen is you're going to get bored. Then you're gonna start foraging and you're gonna start looking for something to fill that void. So just change it up a little bit. You don't have to make 3 gourmet meals a day. You don't have to eat exotic things like, I don't know, bison and rabbit and, anything. You don't have to make a rack of lamb. Just change things up a little bit. That's all. If you have baked chicken 5 times a week, throw a sauce on it. Or cut it up and throw it over some pasta or something like that. Just vary your food, vary your taste, vary your flavors, vary your side dishes. Trust me, it will help. It'll keep things fresh, it'll keep things innovative, and it'll keep your body guessing. So what they say is, number 1, explore the store. Next time you're shopping, build a meal around a new ingredient you've never tried before. Tap on Explore Recipes in the WW app. Type in your new food and get cooking. If you don't have the WW app, don't worry about that. Pick a new food and then go on Pinterest or go on Google and see what you can find. If you have favorite recipe sites, go on there and see what you can find. There's a ton of them out there. I have my website with recipes. There's a ton of them. There's Skinny Taste and Hungry Girl and all those places. Slender Kitchen, I think, is one. I don't know. I don't really use it. But definitely try to vary something. And that new ingredient, like I said, doesn't have to be something crazy. It can be as easy as a new herb or a new spice or a new vegetable that you've been wanting to try. Anything. And it says, try a new method of cooking. Love your go-to ingredients? Change the way you prepare them. If you like to take chicken and put a few spices on it and throw it in the oven and bake it, that's great. But you know what? Maybe put it on the grill. It is summertime and everybody loves to grill. Put it on the grill. Or put a little olive oil or butter in a skillet and pan fry it and get a nice crisp and get a nice sear on it. Or put it in your Instant Pot, something. Just change up the cooking method a little bit because it will definitely change the flavor of your food. And then it says flavor it up. Take off on a culinary adventure by using different herbs and spices in your food. It's a simple way to make what's old taste brand new. I will never forget, I found a recipe for this soup that sounded really, really good, and it used herbes de Provence. And I had never had that before. So I went to the grocery store, I got some. Oh my word. The taste of that soup, and it was all from the herbs. It was 100% from that particular spice that gave that soup that amazing taste. So now I like to sprinkle that on a lot of things, a little chicken, everything. And it really does. What you put on your meat, how you flavor and season your meat or your veggies or whatever, really does change the flavor. So do not skip. Even if it's just salt and pepper and garlic and onion, don't skimp on seasoning your meat or your veggies because it really, really does add to it. But grab something new, try something new. It says, let's dive a little deeper. Having healthy options you love at the ready helps avoid in-the-moment decision-making that could get in the way of your goals. It also means you'll be putting less energy into making healthier choices. But eating the same old can lead to serious boredom and lack of inspiration. Not exactly great for a weight loss and wellness journey, since we're less likely to be excited about the changes we're making. Mixing things up from time to time lets you discover new favorites and gives your body some nutritional diversity. Bottom line, you can still lean on what works for you, but don't be afraid to switch up the foods you eat too. The variety can help make changes to your eating patterns. Now's a great time of year, especially now, to try a new fruit or a new veggie because you just never know. You never know. So give them a try. That is the whole topic for this week, and I think it was a good one. I don't think it's one we've had in a while, and you know I'm all about it. I love to cook. I love new food. I love new recipes. I love sauces. I'm a sauce girl, so if you slap a sauce on a piece of meat, then I'm all over it. And you know, you can take that boring piece of chicken and elevate it with a sauce or a gravy or something, if that's your thing. And don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid of it because you can lower the points. If a sauce calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, try it with 1 tablespoon. If it calls for a half a cup of wine, try a 1/4 cup of wine. Or figure out the points in that sauce and then divide it by the number of servings. You may be surprised. Yes, that 8 ounces of wine, I think 5 ounces of wine is 5 points. I don't even know. But don't forget, you're not using all that wine. You might be having a 1/4 of it or a 1/6 of it. So this decadent sauce that you're pouring over your meat may only add a point or 2, but it's adding so much flavor and so much satisfaction. So figure out your points before you completely dismiss them. That's what I do, and then I look for ways to cut them a little bit. 3 tablespoons of butter, maybe I'll try 1.5 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of olive oil, bet I can get away with 1 tablespoon. That's what you have to do. You just have to try and mix things up a little bit, try to reduce some things, and come out with something that you love. Don't ever dismiss a food because of the points. There's always a way to help out, to get them lower and things like that. So that is it. The recipe this week is a beverage. It is an adult beverage. Sorrel sangria. Ooh, there you go. Now, I'm not a sangria person because I'm not a wine person. Now, sorrel is an edible plant, and it calls for either that or hibiscus flowers. I don't think I have ever had it, so I don't know what it tastes like. The word sorrel comes from the French word for sour, so I'm guessing it packs a little bit of a sour punch to it. But if you're looking for something, you know, it's pretty, it's fruity, and it's probably very refreshing for summer, check that out. So that is it. This was a quick one this week, and my weigh-in, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and don't be afraid to play with your menu a little bit, because you are on this journey for life, and it is for life. Once you lose your weight, you're going to have to maintain it. And how many times do I say over and over, whatever you do to lose the weight, you are going to have to do forever to maintain that weight. So find that food that you love. Find the recipes you love. If you're like me and love sauces and gravies, fit them in during the journey, because if you go and don't eat any of that stuff while you're losing weight and then try to add it back in, you're going to gain weight. Whatever you do to lose the weight, you need to do forever. Just remember that, because that is so important. And as much as I preach that, I've actually didn't preach it enough to myself, because, you know, I was using like the light butter and things like that. And now that we've switched to more of a whole foods based diet, I'm back to regular butter and pure maple syrup and things, and regular bread, homemade bread, things like that. So I've had to adjust a little bit. I mean, luckily I've maintained, I've gone up and down a little bit, but that's just maintenance. So I wish I would have realized this back when I started, that I was going to want, you know, this kind of lifestyle back. So really think about what you want and what you can do forever, and then go for it from there, because forever is a long time. So there you go. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today, and let me know in the description box below what your favorite meal is. Are you a saucy gravy kind of girl like I am? Yeah, I do love them. So I will see you all hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, with a full day of eating, but tomorrow is my last day of full-time work for the summer till I go down to 1 day a week. So we have a busy day planned. We'll see if I can get some filming in there. If not, I will be back Friday with my weekly menu and a mid-month produce haul. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for all your continued support for my channel. You have no idea how much it means to me and how much I appreciate it. I will talk to you all very soon.